What's up, VC? VC. Up the irons, VC. Up the mucking irons. Welcome into the inner sanctum of Cosmic Vinyl. I'm your host, Brian. And I'm here to rock your nuts off. Alright, let's get right to the point here, folks. Darcy, 6 strings and 9 lives, has a video contest rocking out there. The topic is show 6 Eddies. Eddie being the mascot for Iron Maiden. Up the irons! Little background here. I've been a fan of Iron Maiden for a lot of years, since '83, to be exact. I think I gotta dial this down a little bit. Alright. I have always been mostly a metal fan. I mean, in fact, a lot of my records I have are metal records. And I don't want to get into the old argument about what's metal and what's not metal, but I throw it all in the same. I'll throw Anthrax, Metallica, Slayer, King Diamond, Merciful Fate, Testament, all in with Motley Crue, Rat, Quiet Riot, Dokken, whatever. Me and my friends back in the day, we called it all metal. So that's, and I'm not changing that because there's a technicality on what's metal and what's harder and heavier and whatever. But Maiden's definitely metal. So anyway, I was in the 80s, man, and it was cool to have big long hair and wear a leather jacket. And speaking of which, I'm going to take this sucker off. It's a little hot. Alright, wear a leather jacket and pair of aviator sunglasses and, tight jeans and, be in a band and dress like a rock star to pick up chicks. And, what is not metal about that, man? I don't get it. I mean, you don't have to be this, like, hardcore dude to be metal, you know what I'm saying? Just saying. Anyway, I'll give you a little background on Eddie, first of all. Iron Maiden in their early days, somebody may have already done this, I haven't watched any of the other videos yet, but Eddie, when Iron Maiden was first playing like clubs and small venues, they had this cardboard or maybe wooden head that was above the drum, being the backdrop and above the drums. It wasn't nothing special. It wasn't artistic like what we see now with Eddie. It was just a head. Get it? Head. And, the British accent. Look at that bloody fucking head. That bloody head hanging there. First of all, to all of my friends over there across the pond, I apologize for that accent because it was bad. But anyway, Ed was short for head. It was just a head that hung above the stage. It evolved into Ed, and then it became Eddie, and now it become what it is today. Young guys used to show up at the shows, with these cardboard or wooden guitars, and they'd play them during the shows, like they were playing friggin' like an air guitar or something. You go back, check the history. If I'm lying, I'm dying. All right. Anyway, I've seen Maiden like 3 times. I seen Maiden my first time at an event we used to call the Iowa Jam. This was back when I was in high school, junior and senior year. We'd go to the Iowa Jam every year. There'd be bands like, 38 Special, Loverboy, Triumph, Ted Nugent, April Wine. Some Joan Jett, I think, was that one. And then we began to see the infiltration of a little bit of metal, but it was always something that was added onto the lineup. We were on our way to the show, you know, partaking in the usual pre-concert warm-ups, if you know what I'm saying. A little of this, and back then you could have a bring your own bottle. So we had gallon jugs of screwdrivers and whatever. It just had to be in plastic. So we're on our way there, and we hear on the radio station that there's going to be an added band, and they're called Iron Maiden. Of course, my buddy, he was already an Iron Maiden fan. He had he had the blacklight posters of the cover of Number of the Beast. He had the album Number of the Beast. So he's like, "Oh my God, fucking hey man, this is gonna kick ass," and you know, he got us all pumped up, and we got down there and sloshed around in the mud and the rain, and sure enough, Iron Maiden did not disappoint. They just plowed into us like no tomorrow. And even with our hot beer and jugs or whatever, you know, and screwdrivers, and the guy that looked like Ozzy that was half naked falling all over the place next to us. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time I seen Maiden was in probably 85, 86, Power Slave tour. And me and my buddy Nicky, we were right up front. And when I say up front, I don't mean we're up against a barricade and there's 20 more feet to the stage. We were up front, belly up to the stage. That's what it used to be in general admission back in the day. And I'll tell you what, we could reach out onto the stage. I mean, as Dave Murray is playing the solo for Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and the lights are creaking down and the smoke is there, I'm within booger throwing distance, right at looking at him. Not that I would do that, but I don't even know what. God, you're dumb. Shut up. Anyway, so yeah, that was the best show I've ever seen in my entire life. The stage for the Power Slave tour was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. They used it again on their Somewhere Back in Time world tour. So, all right, so those are my stories. Oh, one more thing. I met the drummer Nico McBrain person to person, shook his hand, talked to him in a public setting. When I lived in Dallas, Texas in the 80s, we used to go to this rock and roll club down in Deep Ellum in Dallas called On the Rocks. The band that night, I even remember the band, was Burlesque. They were a local outfit that was playing down there. It was hair metal type stuff. Dallas had a really good club scene back then, not gonna lie. Anyway, in walks freaking Nico McBrain, the drummer from Iron Maiden. None of the other guys, just Nico. He's by himself, for shit's sake. He's having a beer. We're talking to the guy. He gets up on stage with the Burlesque and takes the drums, and they do Flight of Icarus, and he tears that poor friggin' guy's drum set to shit. Pardon the French, but I'm a little worked up thinking of the memory. I remember the bass player standing there just looking at Nico and just in amazement, you know, because he's just, you know, Nico, he's just a monster on the drums. Yeah, got his autograph, talked to him for a while. Unfortunately, that autograph is long gone. You know, who knows? It's been a lot of years since then. Anyway, let's get to Eddies, my favorite Eddies. I'm going to start with this one since we talked about the 80s. This is the first Eddie I'll show. Hopefully I can get this to stretch out and look kind of cool. But this is says World Tour 82 and 83. There's Eddie with a friggin' head in his hand there. I think that's off the Number of the Devil's Head or whatever from Number of the Beast. I can't remember, something like that. But anyway, yeah, that's a pretty cool shirt there. Not an authentic. This is something I got I don't even remember where I got it, but it's a t-shirt and I wear it sometimes. So yeah, that's my first Eddie. The other night I posted a video where I had a little unboxing of something I found at Walmart, and it was this caught my eye as I was going through Walmart. This is a little box CD thing. It's got a patch, an Iron Maiden patch. It's also got a little Eddie figurine. So I've already taken the time to take that off, but the box is kind of cool too, right? I'll keep that packaging, as cheap as it is. But here's the patch. Dilemma here is, do I put that patch on a jacket, which would look cool as hell, or do I keep it, intact with the package as a collector thing? I'm leaning towards patching it to the clothes thing. So here's the CD that came with it. The Somewhere in Time CD, Wasted Years, The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, Stranger in a Strange Land. Great CD. 86. I thought it was later than that. It says originally released in 86. So when was Power Slave released? That had to have been then 84, 85? Fuck, I didn't realize I'd seen him that soon after I seen the other one. Oh well. Anyway, I think you can get any of these albums digitally remastered. You can go to oh shit, where's the? Oh, it's on this other thing. Legacy of the Beast. www.ironmaidenlegacy.com. So I'm sure you can get these packages for other albums too. But here's the figurine, and this is kind of cool. It's no great shakes or anything, but there he is, and then I'll throw the backdrop up behind him. There it is, right? Pretty damn cool. There's a picture of Eddie there. I'll get him a little closer there so you can see what's going on with future Eddie, the space assassin. Pretty cosmic. So anyway, yeah, that's an Eddie. I also I showed this on a video one of my earlier videos one time. This is a DVD set called Iron Maiden Flight 666, the film. This is amazing. This is a must-have for any Iron Maiden fan. The band went on tour, oh hell, I don't even remember what year it was. Shite. Maybe early 2000s, I'll just say that. 23 shows worldwide in 45 days on their own jet. Bruce Dickinson flying the jet that contained all the equipment, all their crew, and all the band, all over the freaking world. It's a Boeing 757 Ed Force One, baby. I gotta show you this. There's a cool booklet in here. It kind of documents the what's going on. But this is look at this Ed. Tearing the fuselage a new one. That is friggin' killer, right? I wish I had a poster like that. But anyway, yeah, if you don't think that those, somebody told me that the European and South Latin countries their fans were hungrier for metal than we are over here in the United States. I would have laughed. But I am telling you, after watching this, and they went to places that metal just doesn't show up on your doorstep at any given weekend. These are people that are starving for metal, whose favorite album might be Fear of the Dark instead of, Number of the Beast or Peace of Mind. Yeah, they went to India, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Costa Rica, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Puerto Rico. I mean, these fans were starving for some Maiden, and they did not disappoint. This, like I said, is a must-see. It's got 2 discs in it. One's the DVD with the documentary. The other's the DVD with the concert footage. So get it. Watch it. It is amazing film. I do have some Eddie Iron Maiden on vinyl. First one being Iron Maiden made in Japan, mini LP, as the hype sticker says. This is pre Bruce Dickinson, pre Nico McBrain. So you've got Clive Burr on drums, and you've got Paul Di'Anno on vocals. Actually, this is a killer lineup for Maiden. A lot of people like this lineup, including myself. I prefer the other lineup, but this Paul Di'Anno kind of gave it a more, almost a punk edge to their music. Running Free is on this. Wrathchild is on this. Killers is on this. There's some pictures of the band there. This is a must-have for Maiden fans. I believe this also has a custom label. Label? Did you just say God, what is wrong with... You're so stupid. Labial. I don't even want to know what labial is. Anyway, label. Custom label. Oh, I guess that... Oh, that's my Number of the Beast record. What the hell's wrong with me? Dude, I'm going to tell you, this is like the 4th time I've tried to film this video. My camera kept shutting up saying storage space full. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm mad. Anyway, Number of the Beast album. What a great record here. Get me. Come on, YouTube. Use this as my... Come on, give me a break and use this as my thumbnail. Come on. Anyway, this sees our hero Bruce Dickinson swoop in and take him in a whole new direction. The deeper cuts on this record are what are my favorite. Children of the Damned, The Prisoner, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Of course, you got Run to the Hills on this, and Number of the Beast. Woe to you, O earth and sea, for he who has the devil sins the beast. I don't know, whatever. But that's that. I also have the old I Will Give You Peace of Mind. Yeah, this insane Eddie right there. Oops, got out. Must have got out to go get them dinner, takeout, which amounts to brains and vegetables. Make sure and get all your brain food, fellas, and eat your veggies. Look at friggin' Steve Harris looking on with dismay at what they're serving for dinner. I think Eric Weinbender might have showed that on his video too. Jeez, look at how ripped friggin' Bruce is right there. He's ready to kick ass, take names. Anyway, this has The Trooper, obviously. My favorite song, The Flight of Icarus. Drawn by Quest for Fire. And this nugget right here that's on right now. If you're gonna die with your boots on. If you're gonna die, well, stick around in a car. Sorry. Up the irons, baby! Up the fucking irons! I love Maiden. I'm telling you, my metal side's starting to kick in again. It's rising up in me. It's rising up inside me. Anyway, my last Eddie, or actually second to last Eddie I'm going to show. Darcy talked about The Trooper being on bottles of beer. I remember a couple years back, our liquor store got these cans of beer. The Trooper, Iron Maiden beer. It's charged with flavor. Get it? Charging into battle. Yeah, they get it. Idiot, shut up. God, you don't have to explain everything. Anyway, Eddie going into battle there. Trooper is a premium British beer. It's created by Iron Maiden and handcrafted at Robinson's Brewery. Being a real ale enthusiast, vocalist Bruce Dickinson has developed a beer which has true depth of character, malt flavors, citric notes from a unique blend of Bobic, Gildings, and Cascade hops dominate this deep golden ale with a subtle hint of lemon. You know what got me? The subtle hint of lemon. It gets me every time. Right here. Right here. Anyway, the Chupa! My last Eddie and my all-time favorite Eddie is right here, folks. I might have to stand up to get him in there. Live After Death, Out of the Grave. Friggin', that's the shit right there. Off the live album, that documented the concert that me and my buddy Nicky were right up on the stage, practically on stage. Amazing. We had that on VHS. We played that concert on that VHS tape until that VHS tape would play no more. We had to retire it. Yep. I do have a bunch of CDs of Maiden. I didn't dig them out because of the vinyl thing. So, anyway, that's my contest entry there, Darce. Anyway, anybody who has not subscribed or watched Darcy's videos, he is a metal god amongst men in the VC, along with the other minions such as Black Star Vinyl, Cloudy Milder, my friend Dan at Dan's Vinyl channel. Who else is in the metal? Frankie, the Vinyl Countdown with Peaches, some hair metal there too. You know, I could give shout outs to metal guys all day. I just can't think of them all. Camera goes on, mind goes gone. Camera goes on, mind goes gone. I'm a poet. Anyway, that's my video, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna be starting to show some of my metal side here. Some metal albums. Probably do a metal video next. So, up the irons again. Iron Maiden rules. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Woo! Up the irons! Metal!